Even Muhammad, he made it clear more. He said, when you are a semen, Allah, and you enter the women womb, Allah he sent an angel, and this angel he write down your destiny. You will be bad or good, you will be poor or wealthy, you will be a trustworthy, a bad person, evil, or a person of good deeds. All of this will be written for you. However, Muhammad he swear, continue saying, after the angel he write for you and you are born, one of you, which means each one of you, will be living the life of a believer. He would perform the action of door of Jannah, which means heaven, until there's only a cubit between him and the Jannah, and then what is foreordained by Allah would come to pass, and he would go and do the action of people of hell, and he enter hell. How that is fair? To have you, Abdi. Go ahead, Abdi. You are next.
Hello. Yes, you can call me Abdi or Abdullah, whichever you prefer.
All right.
I've got a question to ask regarding the free will concept in Islam.
All right.
So I noticed, well, basically, I saw you through a video that my coworker, who's basically turned into a devout Christian, recommended to me. And it was you, I think it was you arguing against somebody else about the free will in Islam.
All right.
Now I've been through like a personal circumstance which has made me like question the whole, well, okay, so to give you background, I'm not really Muslim, but I do come from like a Muslim family, so therefore like I'm just indoctrinated with like the cultural stuff that happens around here, right? Eid, Ramadan, Jummah, everything, but I don't believe in it. I'm not saying I'm being a sheep because my parents, my family know that I'm not doing my namaz or whatever. I don't have faith in Islam, so they don't even bother to ask me to go to Jummah anymore, stuff like that, right? But there are still people around me, say people I can't really tell that I'm not a Muslim anymore. Say, for example, my boss, my Asian devout Muslim boss. So to put things into context, I was basically, how do I explain it? I was basically in a car crash, right? And this crash, it wasn't my fault whatsoever, but my license is still getting taken away because of the fact that I had THC in my blood. Pretty unlucky. I was just trying to drive home that night. I was driving safe, I guess. I can't remember anything from that night, but all I know is I got hit. Not my fault. I'm getting my license taken away from me. So I was sort of complaining about that, thinking, well, if this Allah has written everything down in, you know, my will, like before I was born till the time I died, why would he plan such an unfortunate thing? And, you know, why has this got to happen if he's written it all down? And I don't know where I'm getting with this. Basically, I started whining about the whole concept of free will. My boss tells me Allah's made like barriers. Okay, he says you do have free will. I have written it down in, you know, on your hand, whatever it is. And how do I explain it? And you're not supposed to go past these barriers. You go past these barriers, I'm still giving you free will, but it's still written down. It makes me really, really confused, if that makes sense.
You know, when your boss, he said that to you, did you ask him to give you a reference?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, what reference?
Yeah, sorry, he did. He gave me a reference of like, like an Islamic reference.
Yeah, like what? Because this is not true. There is no such a thing. You know what he's saying? You see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, the Quran says, and this is Allah talking, that not a kind of a calamity can occur except by the leave of Allah. Correct?
Right.
So now you have an accident. Is this accident happened by the free will of the driver who hit you, or it was the will of Allah based on the Quran?
Based on the Quran, Allah made it happen.
Exactly. Like, so when you say there is a barrier, I mean, this is a simple thing. This is just an accident. It's not someone trying to kill somebody, correct?
Yeah, it's not. It's just an unfortunate thing that happened.
Yeah,
I could have died from
so
it.
even the unfortunate, even simple things is by the will of Allah. So if things which is not even, I mean, a crime or anything, any movement you do in your life is by the will
Yeah.
of Allah. So what is left? Where is the freedom?
I think that too, and I think about the horrible shit happening in the world, just bad people everywhere being run by evil, and I question that to him as well. And it always goes back to the it's a test card. You know what I mean?
How
They
it
always
can
say
be
it's a
a
test.
test? How it can be a test if the result is decided by Allah, not by you?
Exactly. From before you were born till you're dead, but
Like
you're still somehow supposed to live it.
In Christianity, you know, Jesus, he chosen disciple.
Mm.
The Bible used the word destiny too, but we notice that in the Bible the word destiny, that God, he destined for you a mission, but still you can refuse it, as what happened with Judah. Judah, he betrayed Jesus, even though he was
Yeah.
chosen by Jesus to be a disciple. In Islam, no. In Islam, Allah, he chosen for you to be a Muslim, you stay a Muslim, you die a Muslim. If Allah, he chosen for you that in the last time, last day of your life, you become a kafir, you will become a kafir. And you know, as long you said you saw videos of me, that means you saw a lot of reference I provide about this issue, correct?
Yeah.
But there's not even one reference in Islam says you have a free will. As an example, even a child who is a baby, infant,
Mm.
an infant, did he do any sin? No.
No, he's
It,
just there, a kid, not doing
it don't
anything.
even know what sin is. What sin? You know, it's just a baby. So
Mm.
the condition for us, if God is just, I should be judged by what I know, not by what I don't. So even if I am a grown man, but I'm crazy,
Yeah.
crazy, you know, my brain is not functioning. Shall I be judged like an adult or judged like a child? I should be judged like a child because I'm just a child.
Mm.
For I have a brain of a child. I don't know what is wrong. I don't know what is right. So when Muhammad says even an infant, he went with Aisha. I'm trying to show you the website, but taking time to load.
Yeah, that's okay.
Aisha, she went with Muhammad to a funeral. The funeral for an infant who is just, you know, pass away, and he is a Muslim. According to Muhammad, actually, every child born is a Muslim.
Yeah,
Every child.
supposedly.
All right. So now the child is born as a Muslim, so he's a Muslim. He do not even need to convert. By birth, he's a Muslim, and he
Mm.
died. And then Aisha, she said, "Well, glad news for this little bird. He will be a bird in heaven." Muhammad, he says, "But don't be stupid, Aisha. It might be the other way." She said, "How come?" He said, "Because Allah, he wrote the destiny of everyone who will go to hell or to heaven when they are in the backbone of their parents." So even a child who is an infant, he might end in hell. So where is the barrier, and where is the stages, and where is the test? Where is the test here?
Is there a reason why that child would end up in hell, despite it just being a child doing nothing
There's
wrong?
no
Or is that
reason
just because
except
Allah's
destiny.
randomly decided
There's
it?
no reason
Really?
except destiny. It's destiny.
It's just written down before
Yeah.
he's born that
Allah,
he's
before
just
he
gonna die
created
here for
him,
hell.
when he was inside his mother womb, or here actually it says when he is in the father backbone, Allah, he wrote where he will be. So he's saying to Aisha, nobody knows. But the logic of Aisha is right. He is a child. He did not commit sin, even she said. He did not even reach the age of committing sin. To make it more clear, you know,
Mm.
the person, he did not reach that age where a person he can commit sin. Muhammad, he make it clear that is not important. What is important is that Allah, he wrote it for him. Doesn't matter if he reached the age of evil or not. Allah wrote it for him. If Allah wrote for him, he will go to heaven. He will go to heaven. If
Mm.
Allah wrote for him, he will go to hell. Well, he will go to hell. Then you need to ask yourself, why even you want to believe in anything? Because at the end of the day, it's what Allah wrote for you. If Allah wrote for you where you are in your mother backbone, sorry, father backbone, as a semen, to go to heaven, yeah, you are going to go to heaven, no matter what you do. If he wrote for you, you will go to hell. You will go to hell no matter what you do. So how Islam even can be a religion?
That's awful. Yeah, now that I think about it more, man.
Even
Oh shit,
Muhammad,
I'm still...
even Muhammad, he made it clear more. He said, when you are a semen, Allah, and you enter the women womb, Allah, he sent an angel, and this angel, he write down your destiny. You will be bad or good. You will be poor or wealthy. You will be a trustworthy, a bad person, evil, or a person of good deeds. All of this will be written for you. However, Muhammad, he swear, continue saying, after the angel he write for you and you are born, one of you, which means each one of you, will be living the life of a believer. He would perform the action of door of Jannah, which means heaven, until there's only a cubit between him and the Jannah, and then what is foreordained by Allah would come to pass, and he would go and do the action of people of hell, and he enter hell. How that is fair? This guy, he is performing the action of people of Jannah. He joined ISIS, he killed the Christians, he killed Jews, he killed Hindus, he raped the enemy. So he did all the action of a good Muslim. But now, almost he have one meter distance between him and the door of heaven. And then what Allah wrote for him when he was in his mother womb will pass and will take action, and then he start acting as the people of hell, and he enter hell. So I feel sorry for this Muslim. Look, he did everything the Muslim should do all his life. Then what written by Allah is the one will take over. And Muhammad, he mentioned the opposite. One of you will do the opposite. He will perform the action of people of hell, and then there's one cubit between him and hell, and then what is foreordained will take over, and he perform the act of people of heaven, and he enter heaven. So you might be a person who do everything according to Islam, instead you go to hell because it's destiny. And you might do a person, you might be a person, it might be me, insulting Allah every day, right?
And making
fun of Muhammad every day, and then there's 1 meter between me and hell, and then what Allah wrote for me will take over, and I go to heaven.
Invite you into heaven.
So imagine you and your parents and your family who pray to Allah, you might go to hell. A Christian prince who love at Muhammad 24 hours, 7 days a week, he might go to heaven.
That's stupid, man. That's stupid as fuck.
Exactly. This is more than a stupid. This is just dumb. This is so dumb. This is just silly. I mean, so who in the world would believe in such a garbage?
I've got a question regarding Christianity and the idea of going to heaven or hell, and if that's okay with you.
Sure.
So say you have family members, friends who are devout Muslims, and you kind of just accept internally that there's nothing you can do to sway them the other way because they're just so backwards indoctrinated. No, I'm not leaving Islam. Allah's the one true God. Blah blah blah. Shahada. Yeah. And if you're a Christian, is it possible for them to also make it into the gates of paradise or heaven?
No.
No, not at all. Like 0%.
No. Because simply, you see, in Christianity, it's all about you and God, not you and your family. So every one of your family is an individual, and this individual, he will be judged by God. You see, we were talking about justice, right?
Yeah, justice.
So justice should not be based on destiny. So now what you are saying, if you believe in Christianity, now the destiny of those people change, and they go to heaven. That's not right. You understand? If you refuse destiny, then we should refuse that just because just one, he decide to follow God, then we change the direction of where those people will go to a direction where they don't deserve to be. That means we believe in destiny. We don't believe in freedom of will. So they have to be, by their own will, invited to go to heaven of God, and they accept.
Right.
If they go to heaven because you made decision for them, that means there's no free will in Christianity too.
But there is free will in Christianity? Is that
Absolutely. All of a
so? You
Christianity, all of a Christianity is about a free will. I just mentioned you the disciple of Jesus himself. He
mm,
decided to betray Jesus. Why? Because there's a free will. Free will.
yeah.
He can be a follower. He can be even a disciple, not just a follower. And he can be an enemy. He can betray Jesus. So in Christianity and the Messiah, he said it clearly, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So you do the will of the Father, you go to heaven. So there's two will. There's your own will and the will of the Father. My will,
Mm,
as a man, I like to, men, they like women, correct? All of us, we like women. And
of course.
we
Well,
like to have many if we can, if we could, nobody will say no. This is the will of the man. This is the desire of the animal. The animal, he never
mm,
have enough, right? So
Islam takes a shortcut
you will
around
see an
that as well.
animal,
So
if he is a beast, if he is a strong, he even steal what is not belong to him. So this is the will of the man in his inner. In his inner, he want to take more. In his inner, he wish to take what other neighbor have. He wish to take what other people have because he get jealous. He have envy. He hate. He can kill. He can steal. This is the will of the man. So if the man live by his own will, not by the will of God. What is the will of God? Don't murder, don't kill, don't steal, don't. And then believe in me. And believe in me as what? As the Christ, he taught us, that I am the way, I am the only way. So to go to heaven, you have to believe in the Messiah and obey the Messiah. Not only saying I believe in the Messiah, because if I say I believe in the Messiah and then I refuse him by disobeying him, because there's
mm,
two kind of way to expose a liar. So I say, sir, I obey you, and I say I believe in you. If I believe in you, then I should obey you. If I obey you but I don't believe in you, still doesn't work, because I obey you maybe because you are scary. But
that's kind of
if I believe in you and I obey you because I believe in you, that means all of it is a free will. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So that's how Islam
yeah,
contradicts. Like,
like there is a king.
mm,
I maybe obey him because I'm afraid of him, but I don't believe in him. But I'm afraid he might kill me. So I call him sir. I call him your majesty because he's scary. But if I believe in him and then I obey him because I believe in him, that means I am doing it based on a free will. And that's what Christianity is about. You believe in God and you obey God by your own free will.
yeah.
Then you belong to the table of the Lord. So when the Messiah is when they have the Last Supper, uh, he made it clear that not everyone have the honor to sit in his table unless he is a true believer. So it is your own invitation. You're invited. All of us, we are invited to the table of the Lord. All of
Mm,
us. But in order to be in his table, there's conditions. You have to be noble. You have to be decent. You have to be loving. You have to be giving. You have to be forgiven. You have to be what the Lord asks you to be. You choose to do that, then you are welcome to sit in his table. You choose
Can I ask
not, then
something
you
here?
are going to be under the table.
Yes. Can I ask something? So to be invited to the table, you have to meet all these qualifications, right?
Yes.
But you also, is it compulsory to fully believe in Christ, or I'm not sure where I'm getting with this, but the picture I'm trying to paint is somebody who has been like bouncing between religions, not knowing where to stand. But he's trying to follow the best teachings from each religion. There's something that promotes like goodness, basically. He ignores all the violence that's in a teaching, aka the Quran. But he's also a bit doubtful about stepping over the edge into Christianity. Now, just sort of judging just by your voice, really, I can kind of guess that you might have been in the same position, maybe. And you are now a devout Christian. I get that. But if I've been jumping back and forth like my whole life, but I'm still trying to be, the best version of myself, somebody an all-loving God would happily invite into paradise, but he doesn't know which one to, believe. What would happen at the end? Would I be invited into paradise? Would I not? Or I don't know. Say for example, I'm just trying to be a good person. Really, I guess that could go for, I don't know, maybe atheists as well, or agnostics who are just trying to be good people. I'm not sure where I'm getting with this, but I hope you can see where I'm coming from.
Have you ever drunk a water which is warm?
Yes.
But isn't it feel disgusting?
Depends,
Warm water, not hot water.
Yeah, water, but it's disgusting.
It doesn't even it's water, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we get thirsty. You go inside your car, and then the bottle of your water is so warm, almost, and you drink it. It tastes so bad.
Yeah.
Why it tastes so bad? Because it doesn't have a taste. It's not right. So if you are not cold, neither hot, who you are? You are between. It doesn't taste good. So either you are with or you are against. There's no so. So I'm trying to be good. Okay, what does that mean? Because the word good is very flexible.
It is.
It's very flexible. I can see, like you said to me now. I say that you are devoted Christian. That for me, I see this is a very big compliment I don't deserve, because the Bible make it clear that there is no one is good but God. However, if we follow the teaching of the Messiah, we are going to change a lot of things in our life. We will not be good. No human can be good. It's impossible to be good. However, it's a project you work on to be holy like your Father. But can you be holy like Father? No. So you work in yourself day by day, and the Lord is watching, because He knew you. He knew how much effort you are doing to change yourself. Based on that, He will judge you. But if you are a person who is, okay, I am agnostic. But what agnostic is? I don't know. I believe there's God, but I don't know who is this God. But still, that did not make you change. You just believe in any energy, any power to be a supreme. And there's many of them. But you don't believe in me. So if I am God, and you say I believe in a God, well, you don't believe in me. You believe in my enemies too. You believe in Satan, because Satan is God. Sex is God. Money is God. There's many gods. All of them, they are claiming to be God, and actually, in fact, they are real. They have authority over you. They conquer you. They destroy you. They control your life. So drugs is God. So depend who you are. Who's your master? If your master is money, this is your God. If your master is sex, this is your God. If your master is a position, is to be high in people, like praise you, this is your God. You worship yourself. So in order to be saved in Christianity is so clear. The Messiah, he says, I am the way and there's no other way. So you have to believe in the Messiah and you follow his teaching, and then and only then you are saved. Not by saying I'm agnostic or saying I'm trying to be good, because good have no meaning really if we don't follow what God, the good God, is the only one who can tell us what is good. As an example, what to prevent someone, he's an agnostic, from having sex with his sister?
What if you think? Well, I'd say morals because you'd be thinking to yourself, "Oh, what the fuck am I doing?" Or why would I? Why
No,
would I? It's
but where
moral.
is the moral coming from? What does moral mean? She's your sister. She like it, maybe. Okay, so you did not rape her. You did not
Mm,
force her. She like it. You like it. Okay, are you doing bad? Base in
yes.
you being agnostic? No,
Oh,
because
okay, okay.
yeah,
Yes.
because you don't have rules to say this is wrong. You see, I have degree in law. All right. So
Mm,
based on what we learn about law, if there is no law to prevent something, it's mean it's allowed. So if there is no
mm,
law says don't cross the street when the light is red, then that means you can cross the street when the law is red, when the light is red. But if there is
mm,
a law, then we have to obey the law. Before, as an example, the children of Adam, they have sex with their sisters, correct?
mm.
Okay. Why? Because there is no law. It was not considered as an incest, as a big sin. But then later, in the beginning, there is necessity. This is the only children they have. There's no other human being. But later, this necessity is over. So you cannot have sex with your sister. So now we have a law. So, but for
Mm.
you, if you are an agnostic or an atheist, such a law is your own decision. You decide what is moral. You decide what is okay. So if a person want to have sex with his mother, he can. Okay, she agree, he agree. There's no crime committed
Yeah.
based in his moral.
Yes.
So if we say I am trying to be good, and you agree with me that this is will
Mm.
be very flexible. It's like a pant with rubber, and this pant expand when we gain weight and shrink when we lose weight. So
It
that is
is.
not
It is.
really, yeah, this is not the way to live. Either you accept what is considered to be moral according to Christ, or you
Mm.
live what you think it's moral according to you. And trust me, according to man, everything is moral because I can justify anything. I can rape a woman. I say she should seduce me. I'm a
Yeah.
victim, in fact.
Yeah.
I can rob a bank. I says, well, I'm poor. They are rich. Here we go. I mean, come on, this is not fair. I can attack a rich man. Says, well, this is not fair. Why he's rich? I am poor. Why he have a
Mm.
Ferrari and I have a bicycle? A man always he can come with his own moral to justify every bad thing he do.
Right.
And this is the danger, because the society itself, each one of them, he have his own law that will destroy the society, because the society don't have agreement about what is right and what's wrong. So for me as a Christian, it is not right for me to look at your wife. But for you,
Mm.
if you are not a believer, what will make it not wrong for you, not right for you to look at my wife? Nothing. She's a
But as a
woman.
person, it would just be my as me. It'd be my morals. Obviously, if it
I
was
know,
somebody
I
else in
know.
my position,
I'm
it
not
would be
saying you would
like,
do that. I'm saying
yeah,
it is up to you to make it fit with your idea of what is moral. So a different person who is agnostic or he is an atheist, he will say there's nothing wrong. She like me. What's my problem?
yeah, yeah.
You
I
know?
see your point. I see your
Yeah.
point.
But for me as a Christian, even if she like me or not, I will never do it
Mm.
because I know this is wrong. So I'll prevent myself from doing it. Everything is in the brain, is not in action. Action is only when the brain make you make an action. And to make it simple for you, if you have a daughter, she is 20 years old, she is so beautiful, and let
Mm.
us say you are 60, 70 years old, and then you open the door on your daughter, you know suddenly you open the door to talk to her, and she just came from the bathroom, she is so naked, wearing nothing, and she is so beautiful. Are you going to think
Mm.
about her in a sexual way?
No, you're gonna think, fuck it, close the
but
door, let her
but
do her thing,
why
and
you will not? Why you will not?
because I'm a, I don't want to use the word good because again that's flexible, but common sense and morally,
No, you
it's not
see, I
something where
just
it's like,
told
oh, good
you,
on your daughter.
all is in the brain. So
Mm.
your brain will block the idea immediately.
Yeah.
So your brain is the one decide what is right and what is wrong. So If your brain said, oh, she is beautiful, oh, she is sexy, look at her body, then you will go for it. So it is not the nakedness you see. It is not if a woman walking in the street naked or she is dressing. It is how you think about a naked person. If you think about a
Yeah.
naked person in a sexual way, then whatever it is, that person is sexual object, even if it's a cat. We hear about people, they have sex with animals. Is that correct?
Camels, yes.
Why they have sex with animals? Because they thought about it in a sexual way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the idea is so stupid and so disgusting. But it's disgusting in my brain, it's not in his brain.
Mm.
And here we go. If we are going to say it's up to me, then we see that every one of us have different way of thinking. A woman, she might have no problem to have sex with a dog. A man, he might have no problem to have sex with the goat. A man maybe have no problem to have to rape his daughter, because each one of them, he have his own law, his own morality, and he justify whatever he do. But if we believe in the true God who brought the best for us, you see, when the Messiah, he says Sabbath was made for the man, not the man was made for Sabbath. The Messiah, he taught us that the law made for your benefit, not for the benefit of God. God got nothing out of you if you rape children or not. What nothing happened to him. If you get sick or get healthy, if you get AIDS because you are a lousy person or you stay healthy, this is your business. It's not going to harm God. So in Christianity, when God gave you command and orders, it was for your benefit, not for the benefit of God. So if we understand that, then I understand that I going to follow God and love his command, because I know that his command is for my benefit, not for his own.
Mm.
I
I
don't know if I
see.
explained what I wanted to say.
No, no, you did. Well, you did mostly. I understood it.
So
It's
this is why we need the Messiah and his teaching, so we can understand what God is about and what he wants us to do, and we can live in a comfortable. I will not be confused about, okay, where this one stand. Am I right in this one? Am I wrong? Which one is correct? So if I leave it to myself, then I will be so confused, even if I'm trying to be the best man ever you can imagine.
mm. So just try and follow the laws that has been set by
So
the Messiah.
Abdi, did you decide to leave Islam, my friend?
Um, I had doubts about it since I was a kid. Basically, I jumped back and forth between Saudi and Pakistan in like the first half of my life now, yeah. And when I came to England, obviously I started learning things about things not Islamic, just venturing out into the world. And then it was more or less the intimidation of Islam that put me off it to begin with as a kid. Violence here and there, being threatened. The whole Dajjal shit, right?
Mhm.
Um, so just all of that, just like fear, kind of just being pushed into you as a kid. Oh, bad things are gonna happen to you if you do this. You're gonna go to Jahannam for this and that. And also the ironic thing is, when the last speaker was on Abdul 10, whatever. At one point you talked about how there's a lot of Muslims who don't have faith, but they just practice it for the sake of, them being Muslims. They don't know their own religion. Like me, I don't know my own religion or whatever, whatever's left of it. Um, it's just made me pretty confused, and seeing everyone around me just, properly, um, doing Islam. My parents, especially, like they're very Islamic. I've got nothing against it. They know that I've, lost my iman, my faith, but they're not. They're not. I don't know. They've accepted. They've accepted that this sounds like in a weird lost place, but they still, encourage me to try going to Jummah, this and that, in the hopes that some kind of Allah will bring magical faith back in. But I feel bad for them because I'm not doing that. And secondly, if I do, convert to Christianity, I can never tell them just for the sake of like not wanting to hurt them. And then that makes it even worse because I'd want them beside me in in heaven. Should I become a Christian? And then that will, it's just a whole bunch of moral thoughts that kind of get me spiraling, and it just makes me stray further away from Islam. And it's hard to as well when I'm in the community where everybody around me is a Muslim, or co-workers. Yeah, basically the town I'm in is just very Islamic based. So everyone just assumes I'm a devout Muslim whenever they see me, and it's a bit, just walking into a room saying and seeing somebody and them saying assalamu alaikum, and then you having to say wa alaikum salam, but something in your brain's like tickling you saying, you didn't enjoy saying that. Just stuff like that.
First of all,
Yeah.
assalamu alaikum is not Islamic. This is stolen from the Bible. You see, when according to Muslims, when Muhammad when Gabriel he came to Muhammad, he did not say to him assalamu alaikum, correct?
No, he just like
He squeezed
he
him.
threatened him literally.
Yeah,
Yeah, he squeezed him, and
yeah.
yeah,
But when
the
the angels came to Mary, the angel said to Mary, Shalom into you, Mary. Shalom.
Mm,
Salamu alaikum. So this is a Christian greed, is not Islamic. Muhammad, he stole it from us. And it doesn't fit in Islam, because a Muslim, he would love to kill a Muslim if he doesn't agree with him. So what salamu alaikum? A religion, the greeting of it is a peace, but it's not religion of peace. So obviously it's a theft. In a Christianity, it's fit perfectly to say salamu alaikum, shalom to you, Mary, blessed you are between the women, the angels of the Lord, they say to her, because simply they brought in peace. The Bible says that when the Messiah will come to this earth, peace on earth. Even the Quran said that when the Messiah born, he said, peace on me the day I am born, the day I die, and the day I am resurrected, correct? That is what Christianity is about. Salamun alayya yawma wulidtu wa yawma amutu wa yawma ub'athu hayya. So all of this is about Jesus. Where is salam about Muhammad? There is no salam.
everything here is related to Isa, Jesus here.
So feel free to say Salamu alaikum, brother, or Salamu alaikum to anyone, for this is a Christian greeting, have nothing to do with Islam.
Understandable. That's actually made it feel better for me. It's just saying that, but in a different language.
Yeah, you can check every video of me when I go. Guys, what is the first word I say to you? Shalom to you. Shalom is just the word salam, like the word in the Hebrew, the letter S becomes shin, sha. So like the word hain, letter ha became kha. So it's just a language, the letter changed, but the same word. So this is not even an Arabic word. This is not an Arabic. This is an Aramaic word used in Hebrew and used in Arabic. However, the origin of it is the Bible. So each time you say Salamu alaikum, you are doing the greeting of Christ, the greeting of the angels of God, the greeting of God people, which is Christians, not Islam.
It's just a paganized version of it, I guess, which makes, well, yeah, it makes me understand the Islam.
And you notice here, if you notice with me, in the chapter of Maryam, Jesus said, peace is on me the day I was born. How Jesus can give peace on himself? Nobody can give peace to you unless you're God. I mean, only God can provide peace, because peace is an ultimate security. It's an absolute security. So if I say peace to you, this is temporarily. We might fight 2 minutes after, right?
Yes.
But when I say peace is on me the day I was born, not peace given to me, peace on me, he is giving order. The day I die, even in the day I die, there is peace. The day of death in Islam is the day of terror. Even Muhammad, he taught Muslims that there's a penalty and torment of the grave, correct?
Hmm.
So this is not a peace, but when it's come to Jesus, even death is peace. Why? For he is the Lord of peace. He give peace to others. How come he will never have peace? He is the Lord of peace. So peace on me the day I'm born, peace on me the day I shall die, the peace on me the day I will raise up. So every step of Jesus' life is peace. Who can show me anything about Muhammad have to do with peace?
And this is literally written in the Quran that everything in Jesus's life has been peaceful. But I've seen, well, obviously everyone knows Muhammad's just a violent man, right? A rapist, murderer, whatever you want to put on him. But Muslims refuse to like accept that. Say it was
No, they
normal back
accept
in the
that.
day.
They accept, but they give it just a different title.
They say something
You
like it
see,
was different back in
when
the
I
day.
talk to you,
That's,
when I told you about like how flexible we are in morality, you know.
yeah,
So you ask a Muslim, it says that if the Prophet eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her, so the Prophet can f her. He will
can
say to
have a
you,
yeah, can have a
yeah.
round with
He
her.
will say to you, oh, I will be honored if the Prophet do that. Huh? He will be
Mm,
honored. I mean, they become pimps. The second you say Muhammad, they go flat in the ground. The guy you
that's
wanna F your wife, she's your wife. So what
you
if
see
he's a
what you
prophet?
said just
Yeah,
what you
but
said
here
just
you
then,
see
and
how the morality is so flexible.
yeah.
Because of fear, Muhammad the terrorist. So now suddenly the man who have a big beard, long mustache, the one who will make his wife wear burqa, cover herself so nobody can see at her, look at her. But the second you say to him, the prophet, when if your wife, he says, I will be honored. You see the the
It's, yeah,
hypocrisy?
and you're supposed to live your life like him as well as a Muslim, you know. So
Yeah, he will
it's
be honored. He will be honored, brother. The prophet will put his ding ding in the hole of my wife. That's an honor. Both of us, we will put it there. Wow, that's so beautiful. So the guy who claimed that he is wife, nobody, he closed the door. He go to the beach, his wife wearing burqa. Everybody is wearing swimming clothes except his wife in burqa, and she go in the water with the burqa. And then when she come from the water, the burqa stuck in her boobs and her vagina and her ass. Everybody see every single details, which is way more exposing than the bikini itself.
No, exactly,
But
exactly. You gotta keep
remember,
that
he is
push on.
so conservative. I am a Muslim conservative. I will never allow my wife to shake her hand with the foreigner, but he can do breastfeeding for adult with her. You know? What the heck is this? Breastfeeding for
It's
adult? You know?
yeah, it's incredibly self-contradictory,
Yeah,
and
brother, I am
and
so conservative. What are you talking about? My wife, she don't shake hands with people. But people, they can suck her boobs. Brother, we are very conservative. And my wife is so protected. So if I divorce her 3 times, she have to F other man so she can get. You see how conservative this religion is?
and yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. You know,
Um,
in Islamic countries, they have an office called the Office of Mujahish. I don't know if you know Arabic.
no, I don't. Sorry.
Mujahish is the word Jahsh means donkey. Like Zainab, her last name is Jahsh. So Zainab, the daughter of the donkey, the wife of Muhammad. So
So you know the
Mujahish is the one who do boom boom to your wife when you divorce her 3 times. So like when you divorce your wife, you cannot take her back. So what do? You call the office of the Mujahish. You say to him, please, can you provide me a husband for my wife to F her for a night or two and divorce her after that, guarantee, so she can come back to me? You say, sure. Let us discuss the contract and how much you will pay. So imagine you pay somebody to F your wife.
wait. So so in order to get divorced, you have to get cocked. Is that what you're
No,
explaining?
no. If you divorce your wife 3 times,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
cannot have your wife back unless
Mm.
she go and have sex with another man. There's a movie. I don't know if you can find a subtitle for it. Anyone
Mm.
remember the name? I think it's called Al Muhallil For
Brother,
Adil Imam.
this is the first time I've heard this. Is this where's the source for this? Obviously, I believe you, but
Oh no, this is official. This is in the Quran. You know, like this is from the Quran and the Hadith. Here we go.
let me know the chapter number and verse number. I'd like to ask my boss about that.
You see my screen?
Yeah, I do. I do.
All right. حتى تنكح زوجا غيره. Chapter 2, verse number 230. All right. So the women who you divorce them 3 times, she cannot come back to her husband unless she remarry. If in fact doesn't say marry, it says to if another man, and then she can come back to the previous man.
Aye, aye, aye.
Yeah, and this is in the Hadith too. You know, the Hadith. You see, the Muslim, they say it is forbidden to do to hire a man to sleep with your wife if you divorce her 3 times. That is false, because simply the Prophet make it clear. The story, we find it here about a man. He did beat his wife. Why he did beat her? Because she didn't want to sleep with him. Why she didn't want to sleep with him? This woman, she married him hoping that by just marrying him without sleeping, refusing to sleep, he would divorce her so she can go back to the previous husband. Muhammad, he made it clear for her, and he said to her, listen carefully, if that is your intention, which means to go back to your previous husband, you should know then that it's unlawful for you to remarry Rifa. Rifa is the previous husband, unless Abdul Rahman is the current husband, had, here the translation says has sexual intercourse. In fact, no, it says he tastes your juice and you taste his juice, which means orgasm.
Well, what the fuck?
But that's not to use bad language, please. So
Sorry. I apologize.
in Arabic, here we go. It says حتى يذوق من عسيلتك وتذوقي من عسيلته. عسيلة is the orgasm. In the translation here, so until he tastes your sweet orgasm. Let us try again.
Oh, so Muhammad's telling this woman, no, you can't go back to your ex.
Yeah, for some reason
your
it's not,
new
it's
new
not,
man.
Until he tastes of your honey.
Until he tastes your honey.
Until he tastes of your honey.
You know, it's funny. I imagine what the hadith writers back in the day were like thinking of.
Yeah. So here you see Muhammad saying to the women, okay, hold on, you want to get back to your previous husband? Let the guy taste your juice, taste your orgasm, and you taste his orgasm, and then you can go back. It's in front of you. And this is authentic. This is not a joke. This is Al-Bukhari. Yeah.
Book 77, hadith 42.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just writing that down.
Yeah, here we go. I will give you the link. This is the link. Here we go.
Oh.
You can save it. So what kind of religion this religion is? Where is dignity? Where is what is the point of this? So now am I punishing the husband or I'm punishing the women? The women, she got divorced. It's not her who divorced the husband. So what about I say to the husband, you cannot get back unless somebody if you. But what I'm doing, I'm forcing the women to go and sleep around with the strangers. Just this poor woman, she can get back. Mostly, she don't care for the husband. She care to go back to her kids, to her family. You know, yeah. This is how stupid Islam is, and how this is how pervert Muhammad is, because this is not from God. That a woman, she cannot go back to her husband because the husband divorced. Why you allow him to divorce her anyway? Say you cannot divorce her. Make it so hard, but Muhammad make it so easy. All what you need to do is just say you are divorced, and that's it. What about you say? Wow. You cannot divorce your wife unless there is, she commit fornication, like as Jesus said. unless she left you, maybe, unless she betray you, maybe. I mean, make conditions to make it hard for people, but in Islam it's so easy. In fact, in Islam you can divorce your wife by text message
Oh,
in the phone. Yeah, you can search it right now. It's approved in all Islamic countries.
that's it's that immediate and that easy
No,
to just
they approve
type
it
in.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Muslim women, they can turn very violent, and Muslim men mostly are Abdul, who they are coward. So they don't dare to
Mm.
go to her face and say you are divorced, because then she will put her nails in his neck, and she might grab his balls and make a shish kebab. So
Yes.
because he's a coward, he go and he texts a message. He says, "Listen, you are divorced," and then he changes number.
Mm.
Yeah,
I guess back in the day they just sent letters over to over to the wives. You're divorced. See you.
yeah, yeah. He don't
They never
actually.
followed.
Even Muhammad actually, he warned Muslim men, you don't go to your house if you are traveling. I don't know if you know this.
I don't.
If a Muslim is traveling, let's say you went to different city, different town, different country, you are
Mm.
not allowed to come to your house at night. Do you know that?
Well, like return back to it.
You cannot go to your like. So let us say you arrive in the airport at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
By 8 p.m. you can be home. You cannot do that.
Mm.
You have to send a messenger. Now you can do maybe make a phone call to your wife that I am coming home, and either you go the second day, or like in the time of Muhammad there's no way you can get an answer if it's okay to come or not. And then when we ask why, we find that what if the wife she have a boyfriend there? So the Prophet of Allah is saving your ass from embarrassment. So
Yeah.
you send her a message says, I will be there tomorrow, according to Muhammad, so she can clean her private part. Imagine that you cannot go home because your wife's private part or hair need to be combed. No, this is not a reason. They ask a sheikh right on TV, and they ask him what is the purpose of this. He says, by the mercy of Allah, Allah even having mercy on you, what if you go home and you find your wife in the bed with somebody else? So what the Prophet saying to you, before you go home, send her a message, says, I am coming tomorrow. Go sleep different place. So she will know that you are coming, and she will not be taken into surprise.
Or she can plan around it as well, just so that the embarrassment of you walking
And
in
the
and
Muslim man, he
realizing.
can lie to his wife about he's sleeping around too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is Islam, very good religion. So what do you
And
think,
it's
my
just,
friend? Did you decide to leave Islam, or?
I did. It's just very hard to express that when I'm around so many Muslim
All right.
people.
Well, I'm happy
I'm
for
going
you.
to my.
Trust
I
me,
appreciate that.
you made the right decision. This is very stupid garbage cult. It's not even honorable to be a Muslim, as you see.
Mm.
There's no honor. Sex with kids, breastfeeding for adult. Your wife, she have to sleep with somebody else if you divorce her 3 times. Then she can come back to you. You can lie to your wife. The wife, she can lie to you. What kind of society we have? The basic reasoning for a man and women to be together is gone, because I lied to her, she lied to me. So why we are together?
Mm.
If I have a permission to lie to my wife, and the wife, she have a permission to lie to me, so who we are? What is the relation between us? The relation is I lie to you, you lie to me. Which means in Islam, even the family is a big failure. This is why Islamic families is the biggest failure ever. If you go in the Middle East, you will see how many Muslim kids in the street cleaning shoes, cleaning the windows of cars. You will not find a single Christian boy doing that in the street.
Mm.
Even though Christians can be poor, they are not born rich. No. But because Islamic society is doomed, the man, he don't care. The man, his life, because he's a Muslim, his life is about marrying more women. As soon as he save more money, he kick the previous wife, he bring a new, brand new wife. She is young, she's fresh, she have nicer skin. So Islam turned marriage into sex pleasure.
Yeah, just like a sex free for all.
There's nothing.
And
No, it's not for
rules to
you
like
pay for
guys
it. You
get
pay
away.
for it. You have to pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
However,
Yeah.
however, it's nothing but prostitution. There's no family. I remember when I was a kid, I went with a kid in my age to his house. In his house, he said the F word to his brother, to his mother. He said, "F you, mom." I said, "Why you say that, you stupid? Isn't your mom his mom?" He said, "No." I said, "What?" For me, as a Christian kid, I never saw such a thing. Because in the family, there's only one mother. He said to me, "No, his mother is not my mother." This is the first time I noticed how bad Islamic family is. To the point, brothers, they are effing the mother of each other, even though they are brothers from the same family. So Islam, by having a polygamy, destroy the family too, because kids, they hate each other.
Yeah.
Each wife, she wanna collect more money behind the back of her husband, because she don't know, he might divorce her tomorrow. He might get a new wife, because already he have a new wife. So if today she is a new wife, tomorrow she will be an old wife. They don't trust him. So they start collecting money in his bag. They try their best to keep him poor, because they don't trust tomorrow. There's no tomorrow for them. Tomorrow is the money they can save. The children, they will be fighting, and even sometimes murders happen just because they are children of one man but different mothers. Each mother, she teach her kids to hate the other brothers from the different mother. The family is divided from the beginning. The dad even don't remember who is the kid. I remember a kid in my age. I went to with him. We went from the school. He said, "Hold on, I need to ask my dad for some money to buy ice cream." I said, "Okay." I went with him. His father, he owned a store. He is sitting in front of the store next to his house. The store is next to his house. He said to him, "Dad, give me money." He said, "Who are you?" He don't even know who's guy. He don't know his son. You know, he said, "Who are you?" I said, yeah, he don't, he's asking him, "You are the son of who?" He knew that he is his son. But he's asking him, he is a son of which wife? He don't remember.
Mother, yeah.
Yeah, he's an old man. He's very old. So he's asking his son, "You are the son of who?" So he told him the name of his mother. He put his hand in his pocket and he gave him some change. This is Islam.
Wow.
Who was your mother? You don't know.
Literally just because, I assume through his dad's upbringings, he, followed the literal rule and got as many wives as he could because Muhammad said it's okay to.
No, Muhammad, he said, "I'm going to be proud about you between nations, so multiply." So Muhammad, he don't care for the quality, he care for the quantity. Yeah, he is going
That's
to
terrible, man.
yeah, he is going to be proud about how many there are. But as we see, like now, you see people in Gaza,
I wanted to ask
a
about that as well.
family, a guy, he is refugee. He have 27 kids. What do you do for a living, mister? "I don't have a job." "Oh, because of the war?" "No, no, even before, I don't have a job." So who's going to pay for those kids? How you can have all those kids? Oh, the UNRWA, the UNRWA, they give us a free food, canned food, bread, milk. Yeah. So Islamic society is very, very doomed. The man, he don't care for what kids will be. They will be trashy, they will be drug dealers, they will be criminals. In fact, they make more babies, so the babies later will serve the father. He send them in the street. If every one of them he make few dollars a day, and then he collect the money in his pocket, he will live just having sex, staying home, drinking coffee and tea. Yeah.
That's That's awful.
So what do you think about Christianity, my friend?
I think it's ironic because Islam promotes being a religion of peace, but I'd say it's ironic because Christianity seems way more peaceful than Islam does.
It's not only about
Um,
peaceful, it's about quality of life too. You
yeah,
know,
quality of life, what rules to follow, what rules not to follow. And um, I still gotta study both Islam and Christianity more, but I'm definitely not studying Islam for the sake of trying to, have points looking into it, more or less like against it rather. If somebody questions me in the future, why don't you believe in Islam? I want to sort of be like you and point out, little flaws here and there that just add up to them not being able to explain it. But yeah, like I said, I need to definitely put time into studying the two. But I wanted to let you know that tomorrow, well, today technically, 11 a.m. I've got Sunday service that my friend from work invited me to. The devout Christian I told you about earlier.
all right.
So yeah, it's gonna be the first time I'm going. I don't really know what to expect, but just go with the flow and see what Christianity has to offer,
All
really.
right. Well, I will be happy to hear from you good news. Anytime you are feel free, you can join us. And if you have a question about Christianity, I will be happy to answer you.
Definitely. I've got one sort of open-ended question. You mentioned Gaza a little bit. I'm not too educated on that either, but just from like an outside perspective, I see a lot of people supporting, Israel, a lot of people supporting Palestine. But from your perspective, historically, what's it meant to be? Are the Israelis like, do they have a fair point for attacking Palestine, or has it been going on for such a long amount of
First,
time?
the Israeli are not attacking anybody. It is the opposite. It's the opposite.
Okay,
It
so
is the
that's
Muslims. The Caliphate Omar is the one who came and invaded this land. Before that day, not a single Arab belonged there, and I am an Arab. So if you go in chapter 5, verse number 21, it says, even the Quran admit that this land is the land of the Jews. So when
yeah.
Moses he left the land of Egypt, Allah said to him, remember Moses when he said to his people, O my people, call the remembrance of the favor of Allah upon you. He made prophet among you. All right. And he made them even the favorite of mankind. And then he said, O my people, enter the holy land which Allah has assigned into you. Do you see it? So even the Quran, the book of the devil, admit that this is the land of the Jews. So why Muslims don't follow and agree that they are thieves taking the land of the Jews and it's time for them to give it back? So the Jews are not the one is attacking. It is the Muslims who they are Arab. If you ask those who call themselves Palestinian, are you an Arab? They say yes. You cannot be an Arab and Palestinian. Palestinians are not Arab. Since when? So, and there's no Palestinian left. There's nobody Palestinian. This is a big fat lie. So those people
Arabs
are not. Sorry?
It's just Arabs over there at the moment.
They are Arab. And they are mixed, actually. They are a mix of many, Like some, they are from Egypt, Bedouin from Egypt, some from Arabia. This is why everyone look different. If you go to Gaza, you will find someone who's black. You will find someone have a blue eyes. You will find someone. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. If you look at the leaders of Hamas, most of them they are white, very white, right? Okay, how they are those people? So is the Arab are really blonde? So here you ask yourself, who are those people? They are just a mix of many ethnic group. Remember, this area been occupied by the Roman, occupied by the Arab, occupied by. So they are a mix of people. But if you ask them, they say we are Arab. In fact, even if they are Palestinian, that means they are not from there. Do you know what Palestinian mean?
No, no.
Foreigners, migrant.
Oh, it's kind of ironic in the name then.
Yeah, so if you say I'm Palestinian, that means you are saying I'm not from here. This is what you can go right now. You can go right now and search it in Google. This is what Palestinian mean. So when he say I'm a Palestinian, he is saying I am not from here. Kick me out.
I'm a foreigner, kick me out. But what, I mean, where do you think the line behind this conflict draws? Because you said that Israel never attacked, right? So
My
what's
friend,
actually happening? What did Hamas do? What did
my
this and that?
friend,
Yeah,
what
yes,
what is ruling this issue is not about the land. Muslims are
mm,
not defending a land. Muslims are fighting a religious fight. Just because they are
yes,
Jews, that's the whole idea. When the Ottoman, they took all over the Middle East, not a single Muslim complained. But what
mm,
the Ottoman have to do with the Arab? Nothing. Nothing.
yeah,
Egypt have a ruler, he is an Albanian. Albanian.
mm,
Nobody complained. Why? Because he's a Muslim. Right? Okay.
yeah,
So all the problem is that those are not Muslims. If the one controlling the land, if Netanyahu, his name is Abdullah Abdul Muhammad Hassan, he's okay. Saddam
mm,
Hussein, he killed tens of thousands of Kurdish. Kurdish are Muslims. Saddam Hussein is Muslim. Nobody complained. He's a
yeah,
Muslim. So all the problem is that they are not Muslims. If they are Muslims, they are fine. They are okay.
Yes.
They can rule them. They can control them.